This is the B-side, B-side, B-side of marriage. This is the B-side, B-side, B-side of marriage.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Bside of Marriage podcast. I'm your host, Rashonda, and this is my husband and co-host,
Jason.
And here at the B-side, we talk about everything related to marriage. The good, the bad, the real, the A, and the B-side.
Came in a little early, it's all good.
Yes, came in very hot. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe, comment, all the things.
All of that, yeah.
Yes, all of the stuff y'all know the routine. And then if you're listening on any of the audio platforms, please be sure to rate, review, and follow, I think, so that other people can help find the show.
As well, follow us on Instagram at the Bside of Marriage, and on Instagram at Bside of Marriage, on Facebook at the Bside of Marriage. Yeah, sorry y'all.
Yeah. What's going on today?
Yeah, it's been a little rough weekend for me with my sinuses, so it's still
allergies are really, really.
Even now, it's just I started talking, I can feel it. It sounds like I'm talking in a tunnel.
No, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
It just, or maybe I'm having the same sinus issues because I do feel like there's like an echo or something going on. It just seems a little weird today.
Yeah.
Anyways. Glad to have you guys, especially if it's your first time joining us. Mm-hmm. If you are a part of the B-Side family, welcome back. Glad that you are still rocking and rolling with us. And so today, before we see, all over the place today. Sorry, guys. Before we jump into what we're going to talk about, we have to begin our episode with the first segment, which is where we share our A or B-side moment from the week.
So I guess I'll start with I can't say I'm gonna say both actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it was both. It was a B and then it turned into an A. Put it that way. So, and I'll say it in this fashion. I'm glad that we have a standing date night that we do every Saturday night. Because I didn't realize how disconnected we were this past week until we started having conversations during our date night. How we were just kind of just running, just doing life, just running. Didn't realize, wait, we didn't have lunch together. We didn't do those things where we were communicating through the week just because we had so much to do. So, like I said, that's where it was a B-side turned into an A just because it, reminded us that we have to be intentional. We have to, do those lunch dates that we do, just being intentional with one another. So.
Yep. Well, that's good. Didn't think about that. I also have an A that turned into a B. I have the opposite. So we were helping friends with an accent wall. It was a great time. And then the project got out of hand. So that's where it turned to be. So because I am a little bit of a control, I wouldn't say I have to be in control. I just like for us to have a plan in place and to work the plan.
Stick to the plan. No deviations. Stick to the plan.
Not
all that.
Well, because of some constraints that were told to me prior to us doing this.
Okay.
And so it was like everything needs to be done in a day, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're already kind of pushing it because we definitely didn't realize that our date night was late. Mm-hmm. Like it ended later than usual. And so then which made us have a late start and a kind of just slow start to the next day. Mm-hmm. So anyways, we didn't start the project in a timely manner. And so, yeah, so it was like, okay, fine, we're going to get this done, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, oh, this looks great. We have extra framing. Let's do another wall. So one wall turned into like two-ish, 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
So, yeah, so needless to say, it did not get done all in one day. Not sure when it's going to get done.
But it's not on us. It's not our house. That's what.
Yeah.
They gonna do what they gotta do. So we helped them with the major part.
Call us and be like, hey, when do y'all come over and do this? And I'm like, can't.
So.
Anyways, but yeah, so.
Okay, so our next segment, we always talk about the P2P share, which is something that we're reading, listening to, or watching. So.
I'm going to share, I think everyone should check out Women Produced by Linnell Grant. She's doing a series where it's like basically talk about the process of how women, we usually either like we don't get started or we just only celebrate the wins. But we also need to understand the process and celebrate the achievements as we're getting to our end goal. Anyway, it's really great. It happens, she drops a video every Wednesday. And then on Friday, she has a live Q&A with her husband. And that's quite entertaining. So check that out.
I'm going to go with watch. If you have Peacock, there's a show called Noughts and Crosses. I just happened to come across it, and it was an interesting perspective on role reversals. So you should check it out. I enjoyed it. So did you finish it or no? Yeah, but
I'm on episode 1. So
but,
that's why I was like.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good perspective on role reversals. I'm not gonna go into much more. I'll just leave it like that. So, all right. So I guess what is we talking about today?
So today we're gonna review a article or a list that's on Psychology Today, and it talks about 30 core disagreements couples encounter. So we won't be going through all 30, so everybody relax. But we are going to pick several and just talk through whether we either agree with or disagree. Kind of just talk through a couple of them.
Okay.
Go from there.
So I'm going first, what?
You, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I introduced.
All right, so... Oh, I hear you just changed that. You moved that one.
Oh, sorry.
So
I was
I guess,
trying to get more on the screen.
Oh, okay. So this number one, as it is not showing enough love or affection.
Okay.
So this is not something we currently going through, but it was something that we dealt with in the past because my love language changes, but my primary is normally physical touch. And
I think your 2 and 3 change, but your 1 is always usually physical touch.
Sometimes 1 and 2 change.
Okay.
Because I want words of affirmation sometimes more than physical touch.
Okay.
Anyway, so not showing enough love or affection. So because I am that touchy-feely person, it's, we got into arguments regarding, I just want her to, show me some more affection by, touching me and stuff like that. But I'm not saying like the sexual touch. I just want to know that, I'm being hugged, kissed. Not like every time we see each other, but just acknowledging that I'm there. Like when I come home from work, that was something like I said, we worked on it, and it's not the same that it used to be, because before it was just like, he was like, why I gotta do that? And that's so that was something that was for something for us to work through. And so, do you believe that's changed?
Why did you do that?
Because I'm just thinking about it now, because I think no, because I feel like you show more affection towards me. I don't know if you feel that it's changed or.
Well, if you feel like I do, then of course I'm gonna say yeah. mean, I wasn't the affectionate one. So what I've learned, and also too, I think now with our kids being the age that they are,
You have to.
I don't have like I have to.
No, like because they're touchy feely too.
Well, yeah, but when they were babies, I was being all touched out.
Yeah.
So I feel like now, because all of us are understanding like personal space, and you just can't assume whatever. So I think now they are helping me to also be more affectionate towards you. Because just because I don't think it's necessary doesn't mean that I don't have to do it.
Correct.
So I will sometimes gotta convince myself, like, oh, I think you probably should put his hand on his knee.
But see, that for me, it's nothing. That is, like I said, it's not like I need you to. No, it's just like those little things, like that. That was like the conversation that we had.
I know, but
I
that's what I'm
tell her,
saying.
it's like it's just those little things. Just we're in the car or something. Just random. We just sitting down. She put his hand. I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, ready, set, go. I'm like.
Well, you
like
probably will, but
whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, that's probably
That's
true.
fine.
But anyway, it's like, like it's just, her presence that I feel it. It's like, okay, cool, she's here with me. So.
Yeah, and like I said, we have to work through it because it didn't come natural to me. I feel like now it's becoming more natural.
Okay.
At least certain forms of touches. Like I said, like if we're sitting next to each other, I don't usually have to be like, oh, I need to put my hand on his knee now because I know you want some type of touch.
Yeah.
But like I said, because it did not come to me naturally, I had to really work on it. I had to really think about it. Like, okay, so what is it, like what kind of touches do you want? And then we had to like work through that also too. One of the things was the hugs.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like the way I used to hug. So
like we ain't married. Like we just friends.
Well, that's just how I give hugs. So I had, I worked on that or whatever. But no, I think that was one of the conflicts we had. And I think another thing too about showing enough love is not, his is, Jay's is speaking, his love language is physical touch, but it's also my, like, there have been times where I felt like I wasn't getting shown love and appreciation because he wasn't speaking enough of my love language. And that also usually happens when your love languages are changing, like the priorities are changing. And if you don't have that communication with your spouse, then you will feel like, oh, my love tank is empty because you haven't communicated that, oh, yes, I used to like for you to give me gifts, but now I really actually like quality time. Yeah. More so than the gift.
So for that, if anybody experiences that, there's an app called a Love Nudge app. Put it on your phone, and if it change, like you can take the quiz over and over and over, and it will tell you during that time, like if your love language has changed. And when you tag, like not so much tag your wife, but if you both have the app and you guys connect each other, she will get notifications when something changes, even if you feel like your love tank is not being filled. Like you can make adjustments and they will get notifications to help them if they have it installed. So.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna pick one.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick fights over talking to an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
Do you believe that that's been something we have to overcome?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yes, sirree.
You brought that one up.
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. So the problem that we had was the fact that I didn't have too many boyfriends. Okay, I didn't have too many real boyfriends. I had just friends.
Okay.
Jay had serial girlfriends.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Because
Dang.
you were well. First of all, because was raised in a strict household, which is another reason why I didn't have a lot of boyfriends.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I wasn't supposed to be dating.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So you started earlier,
Yeah.
and you were, like I said, you had more girlfriends than I did.
Okay.
So yeah, so but the problem is my boyfriends, if they came around my family, then that means it had to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we haven't had fights about my exes.
Mm-hmm. Walmart. See?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's all I gotta say, Walmart.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So one.
Yeah.
And then we've had a couple of conversations about
Yes.
a couple of yours.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
So I don't think it's never been about, oh, I think you're trying to get back.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like, for me, I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, especially because Jay is not from Texas. So like if I'm going somewhere and I'm meeting his friends, I want to know, like, hey, who have you hooked up with? Like, who am I meeting?
Yeah.
I would like to know a little bit of that history before I'm coming in like, hi, I'm Miss Adams. Da, da, da. Yeah. So we've had a couple of, and that's why I say he's had plenty, because he'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, what? How do you forget?
Because
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway,
So.
this is a serious relationship. And that was back in my days. That was back in the days. So
yes. So I will agree that is something, but I feel like if you just talk about it, so if you are concerned with them having a friendship, even while you guys are in a relationship, then that's something that y'all need to talk about before y'all get married. How are you going to be friends with exes?
correct.
Is that even something that
Y'all both want to
you
do?
both want? And if you do, or if you're gonna allow it, for lack of a better word, like what does that look like?
Yeah.
And for us, are we friends with our exes? I don't think we're friends. We're like associates. Like we're cordial. At least with mine, maybe.
With mine, I'm like, it's not. I don't talk to him every
Because it's
day,
like
every
it's
month.
not.
But like I said,
like Facebook friends.
once in a blue moon, like we'll say something over not instant messenger. What is it called? Messenger.
He
or
don't know because he
Instagram,
don't know
stuff
all
like
the
that.
people.
Yes, I do.
He don't know. But it's not a problem now, just because, like I said, any of what we call our close friends,
Yeah.
we're either friends with both, like the husband and the couple.
Yeah.
Because not all of them are married, but most of them are.
Mm-hmm.
But we're both friends with them, or yeah, we not communicating like that with them.
No, that's true. That's true.
So. All right, so that was mine.
I'm gonna go with in-laws. No. Yeah, in-laws.
Fights over in-laws. Oh,
Yeah,
this
is in-laws. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is something we've dealt with. I think we still do.
It's like we're definitely still dealing with
We
it.
still deal with it. Yeah, that's something that we've, yeah.
So I guess what has been our issue, or what have we disagreed over when it comes to in-laws?
I guess for me, it's not some. I guess it was disagreement, but just you getting my perspective of what I'm seeing, so you understand how I feel about the situation. Because for a little while, like I said, you, because we didn't have the conversation about it. I kept that because I didn't want to step out of line and talk about an in-law. Like,
So are we talking about like mother and father in-laws? Are we talking about sister, sibling in-laws?
Yeah, sibling
like,
in-law.
okay.
Because I can't.
I was like,
No, I can't say
because
like
we've had
Yeah.
Like I said, we've had with in-laws, with our parents.
Yeah, with our parents. Because our parents got along. That's why I'm trying to think, like,
Yeah,
what
but
arguments we had.
just because they got along didn't mean that we all got along always.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
We didn't always get
You're right.
along.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
And also, too, it's because I also felt pressure because my husband was very much a mama's boy. Mm-hmm. And this girl coming from Texas, come and take her baby boy from New York all the way back to Texas and whatever. So there was pressure there. There was conversations we had.
Yeah, I forgot about that because that was, it was, and that's like you have to have these conversations because I didn't understand the pressure. Again, I didn't understand that pressure that she had because one, I didn't see that because what, exactly of the conversation that even happened with my mom, I didn't see my wife's point of view. And then when we had the conversations later on, then it was like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Like it didn't click in my head until we had the conversation. So,
Yeah. And that's like, even when like visiting or coming when they were staying with us, like, yes, I was like, what are you talking about? We've had all the conversations.
I totally forgot. No, you're right. Yes. You're right.
It was us talking through it. But we were blessed. Are.
Yeah.
Yes, we're blessed.
Yeah, we're blessed.
But we were blessed to be able for everyone to be able to have conversations, and then when we would have these, I wouldn't say they were arguments, but when we have the conflicts, we were able to all talk about it and be like, okay, this is, especially because we, at one point in time, we had my mother-in-law and my parents living with us, and we had a baby. Yeah. And that dynamic in one household is a lot.
We had family meetings.
We had to have family meetings because, like, it's one way, grandparents are supposed to spoil their grandchildren. Yeah. But when we're all living together and then trying to kind of set up, like, the parents' boundaries, and then, we had to have that conversation because he was going to be out of hand.
Oh, yeah. He sure was.
So we had those conversations. But like I said, I think at the end of the day, now we, also too, we understood that this is our foundation for our family. Yeah. And so we have to basically do what's best for us. Mm-hmm. And so as long as we're good, and we're definitely respectful.
Yeah,
on how we work with our in-laws.
Yeah, we wasn't doing anything, so.
But no, I'm just saying, even now, like, it's like, hey, there's no expectations, but there's no requirements. Yeah. But this is our boundaries, and if you can operate within them, great. If not, okay. Yeah. We'll love it from a distance. And then because Jay's family is like all consuming and all huge, like, it's just
a lot.
It's a lot. It's so many different personalities. Yeah. But it's like, it's fine. We like I said, we've traveled together. Mm-hmm. We just set boundaries and be like, okay, we're not gonna do that, or we will, and move on.
All right, what's your next one then?
I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. What to wear? Do we fight about what to wear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. It's especially like if we're going somewhere where we're going together. I was like, our energy has to match. Like, I'm definitely not like a name brand person. I'm like, you don't have to like wear a certain brand or shop from certain stores. It's not that. But your energy has to match my energy. And we're representing the Adams brand. So therefore, you can't be going up to the school in your favorite t-shirt with the holes in it, or your shorts with the holes in it.
I can't even go out my own house with what I want to wear because I got to show face for some other people. Like, yeah.
You're not. You're not pleasing them. It's me. I don't want to see the holes. Your children don't want to see the holes. Your children, although Ivy will be the only one to be like, Daddy, you gonna wear that?
Yeah, only Ivy. Everybody else will be like, whatever.
The boys, yeah, because, we're still working on color coordination. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we haven't had any heated conversations. Have we? I don't remember.
Yeah, we had a heated conversation because we had a heated conversation regarding when we was going out because we was going on a date and I was getting dressed like we was going out to get dressed, and then you came out with jeans and I was like, whoa! I was like, hold on.
Oh,
and you was like,
yeah, I've done that before.
But you was like, wait, no, I was going out. I don't want to get dressed up. I was like, when do we ever get dressed up? Why don't we get dressed up? So we got. You remember that now?
Because that was a tough season.
I was like, just like we always go out in jeans or some shorts or just really relaxed stuff. I was like, and I'm getting dressed like to go out so we look nice. I was like, really?
Yeah. No, we did. I was like...
Yeah.
I felt like, I don't know if I had two tall... Like, I didn't know if I have the littles or was it just Ivy or was something. But it was like, yeah. It was like... Because women... postpartum, it does a thing on your body. I wasn't feeling cute. I was like... But I knew we had to have this date night. So I was trying and...
Came out in some jeans and a shirt, and I was like...
I wanted to be comfortable. I felt that was a step up because I was usually in sweats.
You're not incorrect. It was a step up, but again, that was the communicate. We didn't have communication about what we was gonna do for the date.
Exactly.
In my head, I was expecting, since we always do sweatpants, some type of that we would get dressed up and to go out and eat. Because again, it wasn't like we was just going.
I didn't know where we were going. You wouldn't tell me.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you.
Exactly. So also too.
Yeah.
Then there's that.
No, that's true. I didn't tell you because I wanted to surprise you. I wanted to do something like that. But...
Well, then you can't complain when I come out with the outfit that I came out.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what else about where. I guess the only other thing that we have had conversations about or disagreements about when it comes to where is is like buying stuff. Because Jay won't buy things. He doesn't want to buy things for himself or the kids and until like literally it's falling apart. So we've had conversations about the price of certain things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As far as clothes are concerned. So
yeah, I go back to my grown-up days of when I didn't have enough and I made do with what I had. So, and that's where some of the buying stuff for the kids, like, they don't need it.
Yes, but they grow.
They don't need it. So.
Just like my poor baby now, he won't get him new flip-flops. He won't get him any Crocs because he said he don't need it. But his poor toes are hanging over. Anyways. All right. Your pick.
I'm going to go with sharing responsibilities. So, yeah, I'm going to go with sharing because we've...
That's a huge one.
Yeah, it's been a huge one. Being, again, prior to this past 9 years, I was always going at work at night. So a lot of responsibility was on you because I wasn't here. Mm-hmm. So it was the expectation that my wife, not saying it was the expectation, because I had to work, my wife had to shoulder a lot of the responsibility. All. So, and
mostly all.
So, and even in those times where, like I said, we've gotten into an argument about me waking up in the morning, because for me, it's like I would get home anywhere between 12 and 2 o'clock a.m., and I would sleep for 4 hours and get up so I can take the kids to school. I'll go work out after that and do all this stuff, and then I come home. try to get some stuff taken care of before I go to work. So it's something that she don't have to deal with, or necessarily deal with, or I can take some of that responsibility off of her. But still, it was not say it wasn't enough. It was kept missing some of the things she was asking me to do,
and it wasn't what I needed. Mm-hmm. So that's what we had to have the conversation of what of the time that he did have available. What did I need him to take off my plate, or to help out with? It was just hard because we were talking about sharing responsibilities as far as like household stuff, but also too like with the kids and doing their helping with homework, as well as on the weekends because he will only have like one day off. And if he's trying to, at times I felt bad because I know like he would be trying to have time to himself for like a couple of hours, like especially like if he had a Friday off. So he'll like want to spend those hours, like a couple hours, like doing either nothing or whatever he enjoyed. But I'm just like, yeah, but I'm going to have them all day on the weekends. So I'm gonna need you to help do something else. So it's that has been an ever like we've always been changing. I had a running joke that he did not find funny. Was that
still don't think it's funny, but
that I was a married single parent, but it was because I was responsible for the disciplining. Yes, we can call daddy and FaceTime him or whatever, but it's not the same as actually being there, physically there. And so it was like it was like when it was baseball season. I am a single parent, although I'm married, and it was exhausting. And even just being like trying to do things at the school or just trying to make sure that their stuff is done, it was just draining. On top of working, holding a regular 9 to 5. So I was just like, that's why we went to therapy.
Yep. So okay, so this is the last one. This is yours now.
Is it?
Yeah, this is the last one.
I'm gonna go. Ooh. I don't know. Let me see. It's a couple on here that I could do. I'll just go with telling private information about relationships to others. I don't think we've had that problem. Now we've had where we'll be in conversations and certain details might be going like if too many details might be being shared. Yeah. So we use our safe word or behavior, whatever. Okay. But I don't think we've had that problem of, at least I know we haven't had an argument over it.
No, we haven't argued.
Well,
I'm trying to think. I don't think we've had.
Was that before we got married?
Before. I think what you think is before we got married.
Okay, because I was like, I feel like since we got married, it wasn't an issue.
It wasn't an issue, yeah.
But, and I think that's also too because we have when we got married, we were friends, but we weren't like best friends. No. But now I feel like since we've gone through things and you're one of my best friends. So when we got married, I did have other best friends that I would, because also too, that's what we did when we were dating. Yep. Like, oh, such and such did blah, blah, blah. And, we were going, go and handle business as we needed to, whatever, to have our friends back. And so I did realize that, actually, I think we learned that, I got that from premarital counseling, was just like everything that happens between us does not need to go either back to friends or family. Correct. Because y'all, you and your spouse are having an issue and y'all work it out, but you didn't tell your peoples and they still mad at you, at your spouse, because they thinking, oh, you mad at him for what he did. Yeah. And you're like, oh, no, we fixed that.
Yeah, and we
done moved on.
It just takes too much, because again, you telling people then they get mad. You don't do a follow-up and tell them what's going on. They still going to be mad at your spouse. And then even if you do the follow-up, I don't care. I'm still going to be mad at them. It's like, and then you get the stank face and all that stuff for something that you guys resolved, but the friend didn't. And again, again, how I said it before, that's not my problem. Like, if they mad, that's on them. Like,
or too, like, because you're basically involving someone else, like whoever you keep telling, like all the business to, you're involving them in your relationship. So now they feel like they have an opinion or they have a say so in what you guys are doing.
Nah, boo boo.
And so, now, if there is, abuse involved, then yes, you do need to reach out. To get that support to, make moves or, whatever you decide to do.
Yeah.
But if it's just regular marital drama, you got to keep them out your business.
Because, I've said this in plenty of our podcasts, that I have accountability partners. You have individuals that's going to pour into your marriage, pour into your relationship. So, and I'll give, for instance, if there's something that I'm stressing about, not so stressed about, maybe, something I'm stressing about, and, I'm not saying that I do this, but you go to your friends that could be accountability partners, and you dogging your wife out to your friends. Mm-hmm. Now your friends feel that they can do the same thing to your spouse, when in actuality it's like, no, that's that's why you shouldn't be doing that. So when I have with my accountability brothers and stuff like that, I can tell them about something and they will say, listen, Jay, you tripping, go back to wife. So it's never about them bad-mouthing your spouse, but them pushing you back to your spouse, regardless of what it is. Like, listen, all right, cool. Like, I've had things like, all right, what you just told me, you need to go tell your wife. He's like, I appreciate you telling me you feel like you could vent, but you need to tell that exact same thing to your wife, and it helps because when you hear somebody else who's married who's going through different things too, is like they're pushing you because they know you telling him is not going to resolve anything. You have to speak to your spouse. Yeah. So, but
I agree.
So, goodness.
Woo.
What just happened?
Hello.
What was that? My voice was kind of high. I guess our marriage advanced tip, honestly, is just, like I said, communicating.
I know. I feel like that's common.
Like, it's the common thread through all of what we just said, is just being able to communicate with your spouse. Being able to, in hard times, in good times, just being able to have that voice where you can speak to them. Not in a negative fashion, but be able to tell them in a loving manner so they get an understanding of where you're coming from, how you see it, so that you guys can continue to grow from whatever that thing, that stumbling block that you guys are facing, but being able to grow from it. So, okay.
I agree.
Oh, okay. Well, like always, like, share, and subscribe so you guys get notifications when the next episode comes out. As well, if there's any topics, like I said, send us a DM, email us. You can go to our website, bsideofmarriage.com, go to contact us, and just, send us a topic that you want us to talk about, and we'll get working on it.
Yeah.
All right, until next week, y'all. Peace.